Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad RAFIQAN ROSLI. My matrika number is 82839495. We are from Group 11. I would like to talk about Introduction to Financial Management. Introduction to Financial Management. CIMB Bank, a major Southeast Asian banking company, is headquartered in Malaysia and operates in various countries including Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Company, Vietnam, Cambodia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Established in 2006, it offers retail, wholesale, commercial, Islamic and asset management service. Located in Kuala Lumpur, the bank is a major player in regional financial scene. Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, the first Islamic bank in Malaysia, was founded in 1983 to provide financial service in line with Islamic Sharia laws. It offers a variety of Islamic banking service, including current and saving account, loan, investment product, and financing. A Sharia advisory concern oversees the bank activities to ensure compliance with Islamic law and finance. Okay, Mudarabah. Mudarabah, a profiting-sharing partnership in Islamic finance, foster economic development and ethical investment. Its structure involves a transparent collaboration between capital providers, Rab al-Mal, and fund manager, Mudarib. Corporate bonds serve as financing tool for businesses offering investors a steady income stream. Investors lend money to issuing company, receiving interest and principal repayment upon bond maturity. Corporate bonds provide an alternative funding source for businesses compared to stock.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is ANISLYANA binti AHMAD and my mention number is 1282408. I will talk about the variety of features of the Mudarabah and corporate bonds contracts. Mudarabah is a partnership agreement-based Islamic financial instruments. One side offers finance, the investor or we call Rab al-Mal, while the other party contributes skill and management, which is the entrepreneur or Mudarib. Profit from the investment are divided between the investor and the entrepreneur in accordance with a predetermined ratio. Importantly, if the investment suffers losses, the financial burden is borne by the investor, whereas the entrepreneur's liability is normally restricted to the amount of capital invested. Meanwhile, corporate bonds are traditional financial instruments that firms issue to raise finance. When a corporate bond is purchased, the investor is effectively lending money to the issuing firm. In exchange, the investor receives periodic interest payments, known as coupon payments, throughout the duration of the bond. Mudarabah and corporate bonds each have particular characteristics that appeal to different investment requirements and risk profiles. Let's get into the specifics of each instrument. Mudarabah have profit and loss sharing. Profit and loss sharing is a crucial aspect of Mudarabah, which is founded on Islamic banking principles. There are two parties involved in the arrangement, which is the investor and the entrepreneur. Both parties sign into an agreement in which the earnings from the investment are allocated in accordance with a fixed ratio that has been agreed upon in advance. Second, limit liability for entrepreneur. A crucial component of Mudarabah in Islamic finance is the entrepreneur's limited responsibility. The entrepreneur is normally protected by limited liability under a Mudarabah agreement, which implies that their financial losses are generally restricted to the amount of capital they initially invested in the company venture. Third, ethical considerations. Mudarabah ethical consideration are a distinguishing trait founded in Islamic finance principles. Mudarabah investment must follow Islamic norms and adhere to Sharia law. This means abstaining from economic activities considered haram or forbidden in Islam, which may include gambling, the manufacturing or sale of alcohol, and participation in interest-bearing transaction or riba. Fourth, loss absorption by investor. The element of loss absorption by investor in Mudarabah state that if financial losses are incurred throughout the business venture, the investor bears the burden of these losses. In contrast, the entrepreneur often bears no personal financial liability beyond the amount they initially invested. This approach embodies the risk-sharing principle in Islamic finance, emphasizing equity in the allocation of profits and losses among the parties involved. Next, corporate bonds. Corporate bonds have fixed income stream. A notable feature of corporate bonds is the ability of a fixed income stream. This means that bondholders receive a consistent and predictable income in the form of periodic interest payments, often known as coupon payments. The fixed income stream is created at the moment of issuance and remains consistent until the bond matures. Second, credit ratings. Rating firms assign credit ratings to corporate bonds, indicating the creditworthiness of the issuing corporations. Larger rated bonds are thought to be less risky, but lower rated bonds may give larger yields but are more vulnerable to credit risk. Investors gain from credit ratings because they help them analyze the risk levels connected with corporate bonds and make investment decisions that are in line with their risk tolerance. Third, secondary market. The secondary market is a crucial aspect of conventional corporate bonds in CIMB Group Berhad, allowing investors to buy and sell bonds before they are due for repayment. This allows for potential gains and losses, such as capital gains or capital losses. Factors influencing trade include the issuer creditworthiness, time to maturity, and liquidity. Benefits of the secondary market include flexibility, enhanced risk management, and fair price discovery. Fourth, maturity date. The maturity date of corporate bonds, particularly those issued by CIMB Group Berhad, is essential. It represents the repayment date on which the issuer is required to refund the principal amount to bondholders, as well as the termination of interest payments. Maturity dates are determined by financial requirement, market condition, and borrowing costs. Understanding the maturity date assists investors in making reinvestment decisions, assessing liquidity, and managing risk.
As you can see, here are the steps in application of Mudarabah contract. First, bank and customers enters into a Mudarabah contract whereby bank will provide 100% capital to be invested by the customer into a specific project. Profit generated from the project will be shared according to a certain profit sharing ratio. In example, 40 to 60, which means 40% to banks and 60% to customer. And next, the project will be managed by the customer. Profit generated from the project will be shared between bank and customer according to the profit sharing ratio. In example, 40% to bank and 60% to customer. At last, in case of financial loss, all loss will be borne, which means 100% by the bank, except when there is misconduct, negligence, or breach of specified terms by the customers. However, here are the steps that involve in bond investment and its life cycle. First, investment decision. An investor decides to invest in bonds as a way to earn regular interest income and potentially preserve capital. Second, capital loan to issuer. The investor purchases bonds from an issuer, which could be a government entity or a corporation. The money given to the issuer is effectively a loan. At third, interest payments, which is coupons. In exchange for the loan capital, the bond issuer agrees to make a regular interest payments to the investor at a predetermined rate. These payments are typically made semi-annually and are represented by the term coupons. Fourth, maturity date. Every bond has a maturity date, which is when the bond's principal amount, which is the initial loan capital, is due to be repaid to the investor by the bond issuer. Next, principal repayment. Upon maturity, the investor receives the final interest payment along with the return of the principal amount. At next, we have optional which is secondary market. If the investor decides to sell the bond before it matures, they can do so in the secondary market. The price received will depend on various factors, including current interest rates, credit quality of the issuer, and time remaining until maturity. At last, we also have another optional method, which is reinvestment. Once the bond matures or is sold, the investor can choose to reinvest the capital into new bonds or other investment.
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is FAREZWAN bin SUHAIMI and my matric number is A21A2641. Advantage of Mudarabah and corporate bond. Bank Islam utilize Mudarabah in line with Islam principle and foster transparency, trust and direct economic participation on. Meanwhile, CMB strategically employs corporate bonds effectively raise funds and offer investor fixed income and portfolio diversification. Disadvantage of Mudarabah and corporate bond. Bank Islam Mudarabah product offer ethical alternative but come with drawback like limited profit potential and reduced client control, emphasize the need for awareness. Meanwhile, CME bank corporate bond provide benefit yet potential risk like finance fluctuation and reduced flexible require careful consider.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is RAFIQAH binti WAHAB. Matric number is A21A2756. The last main content is the comparison between Mudarabah, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad and corporate bonds CIMB Group Holdings Berhad. From the aspect of the risk of Mudarabah, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad is higher due to its dependence of the performance of the Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad investment. This allows you to lose your entire investment if the bank fails. Mudarabah offers potentially high returns tied to the bank's investment performance, whereas the risk of bond corporate CIMB is lower because the CIMB group guarantees the principal. However, there is still a risk of default if the company faces financial problems. For example, market slippage trigger financial distress. Besides that, in terms of market trading, Mudarabah is not traded in the secondary market. It involves a direct partnership agreement between the bank and the account holder. For bond corporate, as well, bond corporate is often traded in the bond market, thus allowing investors to buy and sell it before it matures. In terms of market trading, Mudarabah is not traded in the secondary market. It involves a direct partnership agreement between the bank and the account holder. For bond corporate, as well, bond corporate is often traded in the bond market, thus allowing investors to buy and sell it before it matures. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, in conclusion, exploring corporate bond and Mudarabah within the ever-changing financial landscape unveils the unique difference between Islamic and conventional banking. This examination sheds light on predictability, risk-sharing guidelines, and ethical consideration, empowering investors to make well-informed decisions. By delving into this nuance, individuals can align their choice with personal belief, providing a thoughtful viewpoint amid the complexity of modern financial opportunities. Thank you.